Welcome to ISKmaking for the Free Folk, Season 1, Episode 10. In this final episode, I will talk about the exact process of how to liquidate LP. In the previous episode, I have shown you this Excel that I have, which includes details about items and their S cost, item cost, and so on and so forth. And then also it automatically calculates the LP I need to purchase the stuff I want, and the ISK I need to purchase stuff I want, and therefore I know how much ISK I need to have before going to the LP store. Suppose I want to liquidate 5 million LP. What I do first is that I check these conversion rates, usually the middle column, so I know what's the conversion rate if I buy stuff from the sell orders in Jita and then sell shield extenders again from the sell orders. So I identify the medium shield extender and the large shield extender, and cap boosters are good, and also drones are not so bad either. Secondly, I decide the amount of these items that I will purchase. I keep in mind the market volume of these items, and I have this. I enter some portfolio of these items, which in total they will require me to pay 5 million LP into the LP store. You see, in order to liquidate 5 million LP, I need to actually pay 4.2 billion in the form of item costs, and also in the form of item costs. So I pay them to purchase items such as general insignias and Tech 1 shield extenders or normal cap boosters and so on and so forth. And then I need to also pay something like 4 billion more directly as an ISK cost to the LP store. So I need to have something like 8.3 billion to actually liquidate 5 million LP. And then I need to have these items in HEC in the LP store station that I've been returning missions to. So most of these items are Tech 1 items, so they're really cheap. I have a stock of these Tech 1 items, especially target painters and shield extenders and cap boosters and the drones that I'm going to need. So I have a stock of these items already in HEC, and I have a huge stock, so I can liquidate a lot of LP before I run out of my stock. And then the only items that I'm going to need, if I ever need, are going to be general insignia. So when I purchase them, I usually bring them from Jita in my hauler, which is a blockade runner. So again, if you go into this kind of a large-scale LP liquidating business, it's good to have a blockade runner account as well. For the holding part, when you buy these small items, these items are small in volume, you can actually carry these in blockade runners. Only if you buy drones and if you buy cap boosters, then you're going to need freighters to carry them. And so the best way to carry them is just leave it to the professionals and use Red Frog. So Red Frog has this trip calculator. For example, if I calculate a trip from HEC to Jita, for every 1 billion ISK of materials they carry, the reward here must be 32 million. And they usually ask for 3 days contracts, but they usually did my contracts in just 1 day. And another service is Koshix, and they have a similar website like this. So actually there is additional cost if you want to carry cap boosters and drones to Jita, but these hidden costs are actually included in my conversion rates. So I actually, for example, divide my actual conversion rates into I deduce them 4%, because that's what the hidden hauling cost amounts to. So actually, these conversion rates, they include the um, the market taxes that I pay in Jita. Also, they include the conversion rates. Sorry, the holding costs of several items. So actually, these costs are already included in case uh, you wonder whether these conversion rates are actually what they seem like. So now that I have 5 million LP and I have all the items I need in HEC, I go to the LP store and I purchase the items I want, and I purchase them in the amount that I decided here. And then all the rest is just making contracts for Red Frog and also holding the rest in my blockade runner. And all this takes about 20 minutes for every day. And once you know how to do it exactly, and then you need to set up market orders in Jita and sell them um, above an acceptable conversion rate. And if you if you um, if you refresh your sell orders every 5 times or something like that every day, then your stuff will sell soon enough. Maybe not always in one day, but if you spend maybe 5 times every day, you refresh your orders, then for an entire week, you will keep selling items and you will keep getting your returns. And in no time, you will have like enough ISK, so you won't need to receive your payments in order to liquidate your next batch of LP. So the more money you have in your pocket, the easier it gets to sell your items from an acceptable conversion rate. Again, I won't talk about how to make an Excel file like this because it's not what this guide is about, and also you can easily Google and search for basic formulas like mathematical formulas, and you can learn about how to pull the APIs like this, so you can automatically refresh prices. But in general, for example, you might rely on Fuzzworks website to decide what items to sell. But for everyday operations, if you do this kind of selling and LP liquidation every day, it's always good to have such an Excel. So you at least decide, you at least can play with these numbers and can decide your optimal portfolio about what to sell. And the only way to quickly do that is have an Excel, have a spreadsheet like this. Anyway, I hope this covers everything about LP liquidation. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. And I think that's it for the LP liquidation, and that's it for our entire faction warfare process. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I think there's stuff to learn for new players and players who haven't done any faction warfare before. And I think also there's stuff to learn in here for other players who have done or who have been doing faction warfare missions, but who want to improve. In the next video, I will make some closing remarks about faction warfare in general and about this particular guide. So if you want to switch to the video, you can click to the card.